Hello, lifestyle baddies and lifestyle bros. How are you? I hope you guys are good. I am currently in this beautiful city, about to watch the sunset while I try to record my video. Take two, because take one got messed up, but it's okay. Today we're going to talk about active listening and the art of actually active listening. And this topic was brought to my attention by a friend who is currently in a relationship, meaning girlfriend and boyfriend or whatever they are. But active listening is good for anywhere. It's good for the workplace. It's good for the home environment. It's good for the relationship between a mother and a child, or a father and a child. It's good for the relationship between friends. It's good for the relationship between, honestly, any relationship in your life, any interaction that you have to deal with people. You will need to learn how to actively listen, because if you want to keep your job and if you want your employer to be happy with the way you do work, you're going to have to be able to active listen. And what's so funny is that in the work environment, people are very good at active listening. When you're getting paid to listen, when you're getting paid to be scolded on the things that you do wrong and do right, it's so easy. But then when it comes to a relationship at home, sometimes pride is at play. So men are very proudful, especially if they're paying all the bills. They're like, oh, I don't have to listen to her because at the end of the day, she lives under my roof. I pay all the bills, da 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 da. Also, same thing when it comes to a relationship with kids. It's like, oh, I don't have to listen to my child because I take care of my child. I buy her clothes. I do this, I do that, blah, 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 blah. But if you want to have healthy relationships with people, and if you want to be in a relationship that's actually going to be fruitful and beneficial, you're going to have to learn how to actively listen to someone. You're going to have to learn how to understand where people are coming from. You're going to have to learn how to make sense of whatever somebody's explaining, because I've learned to put value into everyone and everything. So that being said, when somebody comes to me and they start telling me about them going through something that is traumatizing and sad and so on and so forth, instead of me being like, you chose to put yourself in that situation, I've learned to be more understanding and be like, you know what? They love this person. So why would they stick around even if this person keeps repeatedly hurting them? And I've been in bad situations myself that I willingly put myself into, but at the same time, like, you have to really find the value in why you're even, first of all, why that person is comfortable with communicating with you, why you've made that person comfortable with communicating with you, and do you value this person to the point that regardless of what they tell you or what comes out of their mouth, you're still going to be there for them. And that's really going to tell you who your real friends are, your family, the people who actually deserve to have you in their lives, and people who actually love you for who you are, and so on and so forth. So active listening is a transferable skill. You can use this anywhere in life, okay? So when it comes to active listening, especially like in a relationship, men, you guys, you really, 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 really need to work on your listening skills. And it's not that you don't know how to listen. You know how to listen, like sit there and like sometimes even look at her and act like you're listening. But then whatever you hear from your partner, if it doesn't show up in your actions, that means you're not active listening. That means that you're just listening to face value, and like my parents used to say, you're letting it come into one ear and go out the other. And if this was somebody who you really didn't care about, that's okay. But if this is somebody that you want a future with, if this is somebody that you love, if this is somebody that you value and you really want to keep them around in your life for the rest of your life, you have to start showing the things that you're listening to through your actions. And that's how a woman is really going to know, like, he loves me, he cares about me, he's fixing the things that I'm putting light on. And the same goes for women. Like, for us, men have very strong voices, so sometimes we get a little bit timid when we're being yelled at for doing something wrong, or when we're rude and we weren't supposed to be rude, or when we have an attitude when we weren't supposed to have an attitude. And because that voice is so loud, we listen. But as for men, like, and this is why women yell. Y'all like to blame women for yelling, but women yell because when she comes to you nicely, like even me, I do a lot of yelling when I'm making my videos, but it's because I'm like, there's a little man inside of me sometimes, but that's why I'm so aggressively loud. But another thing is, I fully understand that sometimes when I don't speak at the tone of voice that I'm speaking at right now, people don't listen, people don't understand. And to soft-spoken people, this can be very offensive and they might have a hard time watching my videos. But to people with a little bit of thicker skin, like men and strong hard people, like my main target, this sometimes speaks to them more than me being like, so guys, like, I just wanted to come here and tell you about how, like, we should be better listeners and so on and so forth. Like, for me, that tone of voice is not captivating. It's not interesting. It's not like, it makes me want to go to sleep. Like low monotone voices or like little whispers. It's like, I'm not trying to put you to sleep. I'm trying to like wake you up. I'm trying to bring raise in your lifestyle. However that looks, and however, whatever I gotta do, as y'all can see, whatever I gotta do to bring these rays into your lifestyle, that's what I'm trying to do. So I need y'all to wake up. First of all, wake up, be here with me, look me in the eyes, okay? I see you right there. I see you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you, okay? We gotta be better listeners, bro. We gotta be better listeners. And I'm not trying to say like you have to listen to everybody, because sometimes in a work environment, people might come up to you and just start talking to you to talk to you because they know you're a good listener. But I'm talking about when it's to the people that really matter, like your mother, your father, your wife, your husband, your kids, okay? Your significant other. Whatever that looks like, if you really cherish that relationship, you're gonna learn how to actively listen when it pertains to that person. You're gonna learn how, if she tells you, babe, do you understand where I'm coming from? Like, so on and so forth. You're gonna learn how to understand that. And another thing that comes with active listening is, don't be scared to ask questions. A lot of men are so scared of asking questions when it comes to trying to understand a situation. It's okay for her to know that you don't understand. Matter of fact, women like that more. I'm the type of person that if I'm talking to you and I'm rambling, which I tend to do, you can ask me questions like, okay, so let's say in this situation, this happens like this and that happens like that. What would you do? I love that. And women love that too, because we're gonna be like, okay, he's listening. He wants to know more. He's interested. I'm captivating him. And those are the small things that are gonna keep the wheels on your relationship going. Those are the things that are gonna oil the joints. The same way you go take your car to get a tune up and blah, 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 blah. That's how you tune up your relationship. That's how you're like, let me find out why this bothered her so much. Let me find out how I can be able to do better in this area. That way I can keep her happy. And same goes for women. Let me find out how I can appreciate him better. That way it keeps him coming back. Let me find out how I can hit all the marks and all the T's pertaining to this relationship. That way he never feels like he has to like step out or walk out on me. If everybody is working at 110 pertaining to their relationship, there will be a whole lot less cheating in this world. If everybody listened a lot better in their relationship, there will be a whole lot less like another woman sliding in and being a better listener, or another man sliding in and being a better listener. In your relationship, you have to be the best listener there could ever be, and that's just that. And if you can't do that, sad to say, you might not be fit to be dating or be talking to anyone. And also another thing is, the reason why this might even be a problem is because you might not even know how to listen to yourself. Like when people are hurting, sick, and going through tough times and they want to ignore it and be like, it's okay, I'm a man, her. That means that you don't know how to listen to yourself. You don't know how to listen to your heart. You don't know how to listen to what's going on inside of you. And if you, thank you, Nightlight, if you can't do that for you, what makes you think that you're going to have the capacity to do it for somebody else? What makes you think that you're going to be able to go out there and listen to a woman if you don't listen to your body when you're at the gym sore and you're still trying to push yourself? Like, those things just don't coincide. And if you're that person who doesn't listen to yourself, Just get comfortable with not knowing how to listen until you learn how to listen to you. Because if you respected yourself more, you would have the capacity to respect everybody else around you. You'd have the capacity to listen to your kids. You'd have the capacity to listen to your wife. You'd have the capacity to listen to your boss and not feel like somebody's always targeting you, somebody's trying to throw you under the bus, somebody's always trying to like belittle you. It's not about belittling you. It's about making you a better you every single day. Like, we're not perfect, and if we were perfect, let me be honest with you, if I was perfect, I don't deserve to be on this earth. I deserve to be upstairs with God, sitting in the sanctuary with all the other perfect people. But I know I'm not perfect, and I'm okay with that. So why is it so hard for humans to be like, you know what? Maybe I don't know everything. Maybe she is saying something that makes sense. Maybe he is saying something that makes sense. Maybe my kids are right. Maybe I am mean. Maybe I am disrespectful. Maybe my employees talking behind my back is not about them just being typical negative employees. Maybe there's something for me to fix within myself. Like, can you ask yourself some of those questions and find a middle ground? I'm sorry if you don't want to hear this. I just like to be realistic, and I like to be honest, and I like to serve it up on this beautiful platter, okay? Like, all of these things are so important, and if you want to have happy, healthy relationships with people, these are some of the things that we should really look into fixing. Like, as for me, I look within myself every day, and I try to figure out what I need to do better tomorrow that I didn't do so good doing today. Like, and if y'all want to know more about that, ask me about it. I will tell you. I just don't want to crucify myself to the world. But at the end of the day, I know I do things that are wrong. I'm honest with myself. I know I'm not perfect. Like I just said, if I was perfect, I would not be here. Like, and that's just that. But this is just to open up our third eye and make us realize where we need to better ourselves. That way the world can treat us better. That way we can even deserve better. Because to me, what doesn't make sense is people who are mean, salty, negative, but then expect good things from the world. They expect everyone in their world to be nice, to appreciate them, to love them, to take care of them without getting upset. And it's like, we don't live in a world anymore where money's gonna solve all the problems. Like, we don't live in a world anymore where complacency is okay. Like, especially our generation, we're getting rid of complacency one day at a time. And a lot of us don't really care about how it feels. That's why you see very, very young kids saying, oh my God, I'm upset, I'm depressed, I'm this and that. And it's not that depression is such a new thing. It's just that our younger ones expect better for themselves. You being my parent, I expect you to respect me. You being whoever you are, I expect you to respect me, because at the end of the day, it is my decision whether I want to keep living on this earth or not. No matter how much you make it seem like it's your decision, it's really not. And if you make my life so miserable, people are starting to realize with the rate of suicide that death is an option, which is a horrible thing to bring up, but that's what is making people more comfortable to be who they are. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I have options. I can run away. I can leave you. And with social media and with things being the way they are, and with people being opened up to so many options, like, it's bringing a lot of bad, but also there is good coming from it pertaining to our standards, how we carry ourselves, how we hold ourselves, and so on and so forth. And if you want to keep pouring into that pot of people having standards, of the world becoming a better place, these are the small steps that our generation and the generations younger than us are taking step by step to lead to a better, more peaceful world. It is coming in a very harsh looking manner, but at the end of the day, it's all going to pay off, and that's all that really matters. So let's try to active listen a little bit more. Let's try to understand where people are coming from, y'all. Like, that's all I'm gonna say for today. I love you guys. Keep coming back for some more Raising Your Lifestyle. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but at the end of the day, it's because I love you. Okay, love you. share, comment, subscribe, send it to your friends, send it to your auntie, send it to your mama, and all of that and more. Okay, bye.